The secondary market is so diverse that it allows you to choose a business-class sedan even from the model range of premium brands. However, such cars are usually quite old and are not always in perfect condition. If you do not focus on the prestige of the brand, you can find a very reliable car up to 10 years old. The Volvo S80 deserves special attention. This is a wonderful car. Excellent dynamics, spacious and comfortable interior, high-quality finishing materials, and a roomy trunk. Very line in the S80 design unobtrusively says that its owner has a refined taste. The range of turbocharged engines is impressive in its diversity: 1 6/10, 2, 2 4/10, 2 5/10, 3, 3 2/10, and even 4, which appeared after restyling. On the road, the car behaves like a real E-Class sedan, without unnecessary rocking, with minimal vibrations and stable operation of all systems. However, over time, the appearance of chrome parts deteriorates in old S80s, and the transmission hydraulics can fail, which sometimes requires a complete replacement of the gearbox. In engines, the most vulnerable are the ignition coils, the malfunction of which can lead to serious breakdowns. To avoid problems, decide on the engine in advance and be sure to contact a professional auto selector. With their help, you will find a car that will serve you faithfully for many years. Next on the list is the Ford Mondeo. Its path in our country was not easy. While this model was successfully sold overseas under the name Fusion, the local Ford office encountered difficulties in localizing production. As a result, the car appeared on the market with a delay of almost 2 years and was no longer the freshest new product. Nevertheless, it was in stable demand, although not for long. There are enough cars on the secondary market produced in our country between 2015 and 2019. You can find a Mondeo with a naturally aspirated engine, with a volume of 2 5/10 of a liter and a capacity of 149 horsepower, or with a 2-liter turbo engine EcoBoost with 199 horsepower. Usually, these are cars about 5 years old, with a mileage of 60 to 70,000 kilometers. Ford fans should pay attention to this model. Next comes the Volkswagen Passat. Fans of Japanese and Korean sedans may be skeptical about its reliability, and not without reason. The reputation of turbo engines with direct injection and robotic DSG gearboxes with 2 clutches has not always been ideal. However, constant modernization of engines and transmissions has eliminated most of the problems. Modern units installed on the Passat since 2014 are free of these shortcomings, at least up to mileage of 120 to 150,000 kilometers. Pre-restyling Passat B8, produced from 2015 to 2019, are available on the secondary market in good condition. Models with a basic 150 horsepower 1 4/10 TSI engine usually have a mileage of up to 70 to 80,000 kilometers, while versions with a 180 horsepower 1 8/10 TSI or a 150 horsepower 2 0/10 TSI often exceed 100,000. In any case, the Passat pleases with a well-thought-out interior, with exemplary ergonomics and honed controllability. If the secondary market does not suit you, consider buying a new car. Next in the ranking is the Mazda 6. Its main problem is its high popularity among car thieves, which, however, applies to most of the cars on this list. High liquidity and preservation of residual value make these cars attractive. On the secondary market, you can find the 3rd-generation Mazda 6 in a pre-restyling body, produced from 2015 to 2018. If desired, you can choose a car with a mileage of up to 50 to 60,000 kilometers, but most often these will be versions with a basic 2-liter engine with 150 horsepower. A more powerful modification with a 2 5/10 liter engine with 192 horsepower usually has a mileage of over 100,000 kilometers. Next is the Hyundai Sonata. The secondary market offers cars only with naturally aspirated engines of 2 liters, 150 horsepower, and 2 4/10 of a liter, 188 horsepower, as the model is aimed at a more conservative audience. The Korean manufacturer has not experimented with turbocharged versions in our country. 7th-generation cars are available, produced from 2014 to 2019, including restyled versions from 2017. Such cars are usually no older than 3 years with a mileage of up to 50,000 kilometers, which is a big plus when choosing on the secondary market. Another Korean car is the Kia Optima. It was in good demand among private buyers and corporate fleets, so there are many decent examples on the secondary market. Fourth-generation cars are available, often pre-restyling, produced from 2015 to 2018. It is recommended to choose versions with naturally aspirated engines of 2 0/10 and 2 4/10 liters, producing 150 and 188 horsepower, respectively, as the most reliable. The GT modification with a 2-liter turbo engine for 245 horsepower is less preferable, since the fuel system and turbine may require expensive repairs after 80,000 kilometers. Let us remind you that the latest Optima is now called the K5. The leader of our rating is Toyota Camry. This car does not impress with advanced technologies, but the Japanese use only proven solutions, which ensures high reliability. Despite the wear of interior materials and paintwork over the years of operation, engines and chassis with proper maintenance remain almost like new even after 100,000 kilometers. The secondary market offers 7th-generation Camry 1550 and restyled 1555, produced from 2015 to 2018. The most rational choice is models with 2 and 5/10 liter engines with 149 and 181 horsepower. Versions with 3 and 5/10 liter V6 are often in worse condition. Models with the base engine were often used in taxis or corporate parks, so it is important to carefully check the mileage. As you can see, the choice on the secondary market is quite diverse. Share in the comments what you think about such a rating and which car, in your opinion, deserves first place. See you soon.